If you want a good board, you get it from a good shaper. For me, what I want to do in kiting is I just want to ride a wave like I do surfing.
This particular move is called a backside chop hop. It is a key fundamental move for doing pretty much any backside air. It's the simplest backside air to do, and it's really fun. So the conditions for doing these types of airs can be done pretty much in onshore all the way around to side shore. This particular day the wind is side onshore, a little bit more side shore. The first thing you want to do is point as far up wind as you possibly can and get as much speed as possible. Okay, at this point I've got my kite nice and low, and now I'm going to sheet in as much as I can to get as much speed as I can just before I take off. As I'm about to take off and launch off the chop, I'm going to slowly bring my kite up above my head, and just as I launch out of the water, I'm going to sheet my kite completely out. This is really, really important at this point. For your board to stick to your feet, you need to make sure when you take off that you turn the bottom of your board directly into the wind. If you don't do this, the wind's going to catch the top of your board and blow it off your feet. This actually takes a little bit of practice. And what you need to do is, when you first launch off the chop, you need to kick your tail around as much as possible. And when you kick your tail around, at that point, you want to suck your board up to your feet. And the way, if you've done it correctly, what will happen is the wind will actually push your board up against your feet. So you'll know that you've done it right. When you're in the air, all it is a matter of is just keeping that board pointed in the direction the wind is coming, so it sticks to your feet throughout the entire move. You need to hold that all the way until you're just about to land. Once you've spotted your landing, that's when you can look at turning your board in the direction that you need it to be to land. You'll see here that just before I land, I've extended my whole body out. My knees are my shock absorbers, so when my board impacts the water, I'm going to use them to make my landing nice and soft. You'll see when I'm landing, the kite is pretty much straight up above me. At that point, that's when you want to sheet back in, gain control of your kite, swoop it back down so you can keep moving along. So when you first start trying chop hops, just start out really small. You know, like just start out trying to get 1 foot off the water and then work your way up. A couple of other variations that you can throw in there once you've got comfortable, you know, just doing a standard chop hop is doing, you know, different types of grabs. What this helps you do is much bigger airs. You know, when you're looking at doing a 10 or 15 foot air, it's much easier to, you know, grab your board because that helps you hold your composure throughout the air. And then also, you know, helps you if the wind is sort of blowing against your board or you aren't as precise as what you need to be. So the key tip with doing chop hops is when you launch out of the chop, make sure you turn the bottom of your board into the wind. This is what's going to stick it to your feet, and this is what's going to make it successful for you.